choose your attitude probably underpins the 4 practices of fish, and it's very much about choosing the right attitude for the desired outcome that you have for that moment. And it's not always about having a positive attitude, but choosing the right attitude for the situation you're about to go into. Choose your attitude is very much something that we all need to do time to time on a day-to-day basis whether we're walking into a serious meeting or a sales pitch. And for me, the best example was probably a recent trip that I was heading on my way to Queensland, and I had to be on stage to present, funnily enough, around fish, and I had to be there at 11:30, and I arrived at the airport only to find that my plane had been delayed significantly and was going to ultimately end up diverting me via Sydney, and I needed to be in Queensland to deliver, as I mentioned, at 11:30. So at that time, I knew that it was nothing to do with the people behind the desk, and I had to choose my attitude, and I had to choose to be positive and go on and let the show just must go on.
There's lots of obstacles and things, especially in events, that we have to overcome, and I think it's just about choosing like a positive attitude to sort of get through that, and not letting it, I guess, ruin the whole entire day or the whole entire afternoon or the entire event just because one bad thing happened. I think it's just about choosing, I guess, a positive way of getting around it, and okay, what can we do about it?
Not only in my work environment, but I think also just in life in general, I really think choose your attitude is massively important from a perspective of keeping your own sanity. If you don't choose your attitude in a lot of situations, whether it is with a client or even just anyone you deal with on a day-to-day basis, it's got to do your head in. It stops you from overthinking situations that don't need that overthinking, and it just keeps you on track. And when you're choosing your attitude, you actually generally tend to choose one that is going to be a better outcome and a better result for yourself and for whoever you are interacting with.
The big one that stands out for me is choose your attitude. I think with the hustle and bustle that we go on a regular basis throughout our lives, and if you've got families and you've had a tough day with kids, you might be up at 5 in the morning when your little one has woken up, which has happened to me a few times. You can get to work pretty tired and grumpy, and I think the mantra that I always try and live by is when you open that door at your office, you switch on and you say, well, look, I'm going to choose my attitude and say that this is going to be a good day. I'm going to enjoy myself, and how much that has on other workers within the workplace is huge. I think it's really important to conduct yourself in the right way and be positive and choose your attitude, and that'll obviously flow onto the rest of the team.